Classes in session. This is Professor Ganymede, and today I'm going to be going over the August 17 Overwatch patch changes. Now, for time's sake, I'm not actually gonna summarize the changes. I'll put the link in the description for the changes, and there's a bunch of people who've already done a general summary of it. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to focus on specific changes to heroes. I care mostly about the balance changes and discuss what I think of those changes. And I'm probably going to ignore the way the ranking system has changed, even though that was a pretty big change. I might do that in another video, or just let the description and the video linking to the general Overwatch patch cover that. But let's go to the buffs and nerfs of various heroes that I think are the most important. Alright, so as you see here, we have our general change. Ultimates that consume the ultimate meter when activated will now drain the meter more quickly, 0.25 seconds instead of 1 second. Reverted a recent change to reduce size of hero projectiles. So this is actually gonna be the biggest buff to Hanzo. Well, not the biggest buff, but a really big buff to Hanzo in that his arrows are now like, you know, street lights. They're so big. They're this gigantic pose that hit you around corners and just gonna make it easier for Hanzos and general projectiles to hit, including Mei as well. So this is actually gonna hit a lot of people and make a lot more heroes viable, because that nerf that I mentioned really hurt a lot of heroes, and this is actually gonna make it so Zenyatta's orbs are easier to hit, which is really nice. Zenyatta has actually been changed and affected hugely by this patch. Let's go. Defense Matrix got some changes. We don't really care about that. This isn't really gonna change her state in the meta. This Hanzo will now experience a 30% decrease in speed while aiming, formerly 40%, so he's gonna be more mobile a little bit. But maximum projectile speed has been increased by 30%. What the, man? We are going to see some Hanzos. I'm already seeing Hanzos. I'm playing a PTR. We're going to see some Hanzos in the meta because his shots have become easier to hit. They're more reliable. And he's become slightly more mobile as well. So he's just going to become a more reliable champion. He was already pretty good, but now he's going to be really good. We will see more of him. Mei has gotten some buffs to her ultimate. The Blizzard projectile now pierces barriers. Radius has been increased from 8 meters to 10 meters. So now Reinhardt, it pierces Reinhardt's shield, Winston, Bubble, things like that. And then the radius, so it's increased by 2 meters. That's actually what, 6 feet? That actually makes her ultimate radius really big. It's crazy how big that thing has gotten with this seemingly small buff. So that's actually going to make Mei's ultimate much more reliable as a tool to control the area and actually lock down areas with CC and freeze people. I'm not sure whether or not we're going to see more of her in the meta, but this definitely makes her more of a viable option to choose if you do want to have her as a, you know, kind of a hybrid, you know, support, utility support, you know, utility damage dealer character hybrid thing. McCree, his ultimate actually got a nerf, which was very interesting. Now drains over 0.25 second period. You know, so now instead of it, you know, giving him 50% if he doesn't use it, it just goes to 0. Like, this is like, screw that guy. I don't like McCree. I don't like him. I think he needs a flashbang nerf because that thing's way too easy to hit. It's easy mode. It's like AoE and stuff, but screw this guy. He deserves this. Mercy got the buffs. Here it comes out of nowhere. Healing Being has increased by 20%. So now she heals 60 health a second. That is pretty big. And also Resurrection. Resurrected allies will be able to maneuver after 2.2 seconds, reduced from 3 seconds. Blizzard does not know what they want to do with Mercy. I don't like Mercy. I don't like her. She's not self-reliant. If you don't have a good team, you're gonna have a bad time as Mercy unless you're one of the best Mercies, unless you're like top 5%. You need a good team in order to perform well. I don't like that concept. You're going to hear me complain about that a lot. So this will kind of, the extra healing will also kind of balance out the recent nerfs to her ultimate charge rate. They're nerfed it by 30%. This will help with that. I'm still not going to be playing her because she's too easy to shut down if you want to focus her. Tracer's just going to have a field day with Mercy on the enemy team. I don't like that feeling of being helpless without a good team. So I still think Mercy's shit. She's always been shit. She was shit when she was in the meta. She's shit now, and she will continue to be shit unless they change her in such a way to make her a self-reliant hero by, for example, unshackling her guardian angel so she can fly anywhere she wants instead of having it being leased to her teammates. Because, again, if you don't have good teammates, you suck eggs as Mercy. Genji got pooped on. Oh, let's just go through this. Double jump no longer resets when wall climbing. Jesus. Dash no longer deals damage to traps like Widowmaker's Venom Mine or Junkrat Steel Trap. No longer bypasses Junkrat Steel Trap. Whatever. It wasn't really used for that anyway. Swift Strike no longer interrupts quick melee attacks. Oh my god. This change. So Genji's damage combo was, you know, Shuriken, melee, quick Swift Strike. Now, you can't really do that super fast because your Swift Strike no longer counts without that melee. So they really ate into his big burst combo, which is, it's really gonna see a lot of, we're gonna see a lot less Genjis. Gonna make him less of a viable flanker, especially when you can just pick Tracer. And then the Dragon Bait nerf, just a straight up nerf, reduced from 8 seconds to 6 seconds. Oh my god, he got pooped on. Like, I love seeing this, because fuck Genji. Excuse me. Excuse my language. Excuse my language. I don't like Genji, especially since his presence makes it so it's really hard to play anyone else but Lucio. Lucio doesn't give any, you know, it doesn't care about Genji because Lucio has the ability to survive like a boss. But any other support, Genji used to poop on them, but now it's going to make it that much harder for him to kill them. I love these changes. I don't think they need all these changes. Just the Swift Strike change and the ult change is all they need. Everything else is, I mean, you don't need to cut into his mobility. That's not necessary. This is all you need. Keep these and then revert these for when it actually goes live. Lucio got some nerfs up in here. Amp it up. The boosting of movement speed has been decreased by 30%. If you're gonna have to nerf Lucio, I'd rather it be this. Amp it up speed. I mean, he still does everything he needs to do. He's still gonna be a must pick. He's still gonna be key in the meta. They didn't touch his speed passive. His speed boost is still really good. They didn't touch his healing at all. They didn't touch his survivability. He still heals himself during combat. One of the few people that still does that. So, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. If you do this and then never touch him again, I would be perfectly happy. Don't touch Lucio, please. Don't nerf him anymore. This is a good nerf. I agree with this as a Lucio main. Roadhog, man, this guy's annoying. So now they made it so Roadhog's hook is more reliable. If the hook target isn't in Roadhog's line of sight when retracting the hook, they will be moved back to the position where they were originally hooked. This is going to make it so Roadhog's hook is more reliable. He's going to land more hooks, get more kills. I don't like Roadhog. I mean, he's balanced, but he's just annoying. As any support, as Lucio, he just kills me if he hooks you. But, you know, that's fine. I don't actually have a problem with this. I just find it annoying. Zenyatta! Orb Discord. The amount of damage amplified by a target with Orb Discord has been decreased from 50% to 30%. This is good. I actually wanted this to happen because people think Zenyatta's OP. He's not. He's still shit. It's just that they made it so his team utility was really good because of his Orb Discord and because of the buffs to his ultimate. Now people are going to start to see that without this team utility, he isn't really going to be that good. He's not good. He never was good. This guy's shit. He's shit. So The reason why he's shit is because, again, he can't protect himself very reliably because his damage is so low, even with 200 health. It still takes longer for him to kill Reaper and Mei. It's still hard to hit his orbs. Now, the thing about it is, with the hitbox changes being reverted, it actually lowered Zenyatta's skill cap, so it's actually going to be easier for Zenyatta to protect himself, especially now since Genji has been nerfed. So I might actually start playing Zenyatta, because with the increase to his damage being increased from 40 to 46, he still does the same amount of damage personally, except his team utility has gone down. What this also means is that we're going to see less Zenyatta, and the big reason why I didn't want to play him has been nerfed, which is Genji. I don't like Genji. But the thing is, he's still easy to kill for Reaper and Mei, which is something I really don't like. Also, the thing about Zenyatta is, if you pick the Zenyatta, you forced another person to go another support, either Mercy or Lucio. That really bottlenecks the picks in the game, and it forces another person who may not otherwise want to play support to have to go support in order to make the team comp work. I don't like that. I just don't like it. I think the Zenyatta should be a true support. They should make it so he can support on his own. I don't think they should make it so he has to have a second support. It really limits options. So this nerf, I like it. But they need to do more. They still haven't changed him in a way to make him very fun for me to want to play him. I'm just gonna play Lucio. I thought about playing Zenyatta, but now I'm just speaking it right now. I'm just gonna play Lucio. I don't like it. I don't like Zenyatta. I don't like what they're doing with the heroes. I don't like what they're doing to the supports. I'm just gonna play Lucio. And then bug fixes and map changes, whatever. So that's basically it. Let's go back to my face. So that's my opinion on the recent changes in regards to the nerfs and buffs to the various heroes. I don't like what they're doing with the supports. I don't like how they're controlling the support meta. I don't like how bottlenecked the game is. If you pick Zenyatta, you need to have another support. I don't like that. Without a good team, Mercy can't perform well. I don't like that. It's bad. It's bad design. It's shit. It's shit. So, this has been Professor Ganymede. Thanks for watching. Class dismissed.